paneer with all those oil and then paratha. Very healthy, we're eating very healthy paneer is there.
Grow your booty and then
Completely stopped medication on allergy asthma. I started animal workout in between.
दूसरों का effect नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. Do your own thing.
My workouts have been completely intuitive from
Like I used to do like 2,000 or 3,000 at a time. So welcome to my channel. We met in college, and everybody, this is Rajashri. And the one thing is that the one person I admire the most and have been admiring since college. She's my motivation, she's my inspiration, whatever you can say. I reached out to you some weeks back and told you that I want to do this with you, which is like talk to people like you with like very busy schedules. And along with that, you are like really into fitness and you're very conscious of your health, be it physically, be it mentally. And what I felt after working for like 3 years in this IT industry is that people like us, like who are working, or students who are like they have really hectic schedules. So all that gets in between somehow, and हम अपनी health के बारे में बिल्कुल ही भूल ही जाते हैं. And the same was with me. 9 or 10 p.m. I used to come back at home, and I used to feel like I don't have time to work out, or it's too late, I'm too tired, and I had all those excuses. I wanted to do a series on this context, that I want to talk to people like you, and you were my first choice. Let's like talk about you. What do you do, and like a typical day in your life apart from the workout, because we'll get into that later.
Very thankful to you because I never thought I'd have this, platform to speak all these things. I wanted to, but I never, got a chance or was like into it. So like, we met, I think, in college, we take around second year or something.
Yeah.
So after that, I went to do my MTech at IIT Roorkee. So after completing my MTech, currently I am doing my PhD at IIT Bombay.
Yes.
So
IIT. Like that's first point of motivation that people will get is that you don't have to like just start working if you want to, like, you know.
Yeah.
First thing is LPU के बाद you people don't think of these things ki after LPU there can be such a good career. IIT Roorkee and then again IIT. Yes, go on.
So that's the thing. Like wherever you are, if you want to do something, definitely find ways to do it, and then you'll get the motivation by yourself. So I was self-regulated and motivated by it. Like, no, I have to do it because I needed a better platform to work out and research. So after the typical day in my life these days, counting the lockdown, is that we wake up in the morning, we have classes from, because it's the first few semesters, we have to have some coursework. So this coursework goes on from morning 8 to around 5 o'clock. And then between coursework also we have some meetings with our guides, and then we have to attend some few hackathons or conferences. So we simultaneously work on few papers, and then we get, especially at IIT Bombay, it's very famous for assignments. So we get a lot of assignments. Every day you have to read at least minimum of some 5-6 papers, and those papers are like the average length is 30 to 40 pages. So you have to read those papers and then write assignments for all the subjects. If you have 4-5 subjects, you have to give assignments. And then after the assignments, you have to even, it's not that you can just give your, do away with your coursework. You have to attend conferences also. You have to write papers for that. And they do not force you, but you're in such an environment that you yourself like want to do more things. So this happens like whole day. It's almost obviously because we are working now through our laptops and all. So even if I'm in campus, most of the work goes on laptop. So we have to it becomes a sedentary life. So but I try to make like when this class going on, when you do not have to participate. So what I do is like I walk around the room, or I'm doing some random sports, something just to circulate my body. So these things I try to incorporate, and then typically at 5 o'clock, I take a break to work out. I have some pre-workout snacks, and then I'd work out, and then the workout goes on till 6:30 to 7, and then I start again with my reading purpose and all. So in between, like during the lunch break or after the lunch break, I try to read other books and novels. And then I do have a meditation schedule. So meditation I do twice a day in the morning when I wake up. Like I follow Buddhist meditation. So when I wake up, I do morning like around 20 minutes and then evening around 20 to 30 minutes. So it depends. If I do not keep a watch on that, so if I feel like doing more, I can continue, or if I have time, I'll continue multiple times
Yeah.
something.
So like your whole day is like pretty packed. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I started waking up earlier these days, like after I got into fitness and everything. But before that, my day used to start at 9 and 10. And I'm not kidding, this is like way better if you talk about IT
Hmm.
industry. People wake up at 11, open their laptop, and
I
just start
know.
working. Okay, they have the first meeting. Sometimes they don't even go get fresh and they just start,
Yeah.
get finished up with the meeting, then they get fresh and then come back and start working. So that in itself is a struggle for so many of us, that not being able to wake up early. And so your day is fully packed, but still you make time for your
Hmm.
meditation, for other stuff that you do apart from your studies. So the first thing is, I think people only get into fitness when things get a little bad for them.
Hmm.
It was the same case for me. When things, for me, things got really worse before I realized that okay, it's now high time to like get into all this and start taking care of myself. So I want to ask you, like, when did you realize that you need to get into this, or like you were already like into, kind of, say, you can say athletic or into sports or things like that? Or was there like a trigger point when you started being more like actively doing it and actively taking care of yourself?
Hmm. So before, I think during a school days, we all were active. Even I was into sports. I used to like in the main team. I used to play throw ball, basketball, football, whatever I used to like. So it was very active. Then as soon as we reached that ninth class, 10th class, because we had this studies, so suddenly all I wanted to do was study, study, study.
Hmm.
So that time we did not have any awareness like no students also should do workout something. So what happened is I continuously studied, and that took a toll on the health. But since we were very young, I don't think we noticed the difference. So this continued. So I had allergic asthma. I mean, I still do have, but the effects were very severe during my BTech. So what happened is every day, almost every day before going to my class, I had to be on medication. Like
Hmm.
because if I do not take that, I cannot breathe properly or anything. And then we used to have, I think, ninth floor my class and all. So
Hmm.
going
Yeah.
up there without the lift, it was very difficult at time. So not visibly, I wasn't overweight or something, but I could feel it. Like I couldn't walk a lot. I couldn't. I mean, although I could study and concentrate, but I thought I could do more. I felt very bad with myself. I like something is wrong. I don't know. Something is wrong.
Hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing it right. So and then my father said that you're not doing any workout. Like, how are you managing your mental health? And then
Hmm.
to try to do something. So I always thought that my father is like as an antagonist. No, he's just saying. Let him say.
Hmm.
He's just saying that
Hmm.
to make me angry and all. But slowly I observed. Like I had a senior Venkat here, so he told me like, so you could start doing some workout. I mean, I reached out to him, so he gave me some few workout tips like what to do and all. So I think what you were mentioning before,
Hmm.
we used to go in that common ground and start
Hmm.
doing some random stuff. It's just like
Yeah, it was so random.
it was just to make us, I think, just get a
Get that
get,
feeling that you
yeah,
are
like
doing
what,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
something. It's
Hmm.
not that after doing that we used to eat properly or nothing because I
Hmm.
fourth year में तो we even left our mess food was still be okay, you know,
Oh
because
my
you
God.
get a
Food
full, but
court. Surviving on food court khana.
we used to survive on food court, and then my best friend Garima and I, what we used to work, we used to run on the ground, whatever, and then we used to go and have those from the canteen paneer with those all those oil, and then paratha.
Yeah.
Very healthy, we're eating very healthy paneer is there.
Aloo ka paratha with all
Yeah.
that oil is very good for
And even the shake, banana, mango shake, whatever with sugar, like very healthy.
Yeah.
Like we were so naive, but I think that is very important, those that phase, because we until and unless we do those mistakes, we
Yeah.
cannot understand like what is wrong and what we should avoid. What
Yeah.
we should avoid is very important, and what we should do.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so that was that. So that was a trigger point. Like even though in BTech I was not doing much, when I was doing my gate preparation. I took a break 1 year. So during the preparation, what I made up my mind. Whatever I study, I at least give half an hour to working out. So
Yeah.
I started with yoga because my mother is very good at yoga. So she inspired me to do yoga. I started yoga. And at that time, what happened? I mean, I think my weight also started to increase. So I had severe knee pain while doing
Hmm.
yoga. So I was telling my mother why I was having knee pain. No, she told because the weight is being pressurized on that part.
Hmm.
So I was like, no, I'm doing yoga. She told, because you're starting to do suddenly some huge movements, so there's some pain and also. I, was- I I thought that no, I was not that overweight. Why am I feeling like that? And also, I did not realize the weight because I never focused on the weight and also.
Hmm.
Then I started once I finished my gate preparation and the gate exam. Once I joined IIT Roorkee, that was actually the main escalating point for my fitness
Hmm.
trajectory because there we have free access of gym and everything here.
Yeah.
So everything you can go anytime and free nothing like no restriction to girls and boys like that. So that time what happened obviously I found an environment, people working out together.
Yeah.
Not that you're working out correctly, but I joined some few courses online also fitness blender, something like that. So
Hmm.
I was like, no, whatever happens, I'll just go as a fun thing. So I continuously went, and after 6 months, I could see difference in my health because I completely stopped medication on allergy, asthma, and everything.
Hmm.
I could
That's
see that,
that's really
yeah.
people have to also realize that a lot of things get cured, like your knee pain. I think
Hmm.
that must have gotten very much
Yeah.
better like after you started this. And
Uh,
there's so many people who experience a lot of things, a lot of issues that really go away after like 6 or 7 months or a year of working out. A lot of issues go away automatically,
hmm.
and that's what I've realized too. Yeah,
Yeah. Because I think you also have the vitamin deficiency and other
yeah,
things where
yeah.
similar. Yeah. So that is the thing. Until unless it like forces our body that no, you
Hmm.
have we see that no, our body is going somewhere wrong, so we do not
Yeah,
start doing it. So I
yeah,
think it's very natural for us. Like so we won't realize something until we see the
yeah,
effect.
yeah,
So that is common. But once we see the effect, I think we need to promise ourselves like whatever happens,
yeah,
I'll give this much time
yeah.
or I'll take care of myself
Yeah, I
equally.
think
Like
that has to be the most like priority because
mm,
a lot of things start getting affected because of
yeah.
your health.
Hmm.
And I have to say that my health was taking such a toll on me that I went to, after 1 year of working at Verizon, my first company, I went straight to my manager and I told him I want to resign because I can't do this anymore. My health is just like too bad right now. And that was for me the trigger point
Yeah.
that it has gotten to such a point that I'm going to resign, and which was not a good decision at that time.
It happens. Like once we are in that pit, no, we feel like no, we have done everything. We can't get out of it. It's very
Yeah,
difficult. It
yeah,
happens. But obviously, we can. I mean, we can reach out to people. Or I mean, there's so much available nowadays on YouTube. It's not that
yeah,
you follow blindly, but at least take some help,
yeah,
and we could start doing
yeah.
it. So the same thing happened with me. Now, once I was into it, because now I think it has been over 4 years officially. It's like proper workout, if I think. So
Hmm.
it has been 3 to 4 years. So now I know like what works and what doesn't
Yeah,
work. Still I'm learning, but still now I do not follow like particular YouTube videos and all. So
yeah.
I try to mix up and things. So
Hmm.
that's how it went on from that
Okay.
point.
So, like you say that when you went to IT Roorkee and you had good access to gym, a good gym, and then like it's it was like a good where you actually started like focusing properly.
Mhm.
I would say. So, what did you start out with? You said yoga, but then
Mhm.
again, like how did you develop that stamina and the the base
Uh,
with which you like take it to another level? How what did you start with focusing on?
uh, from IIT Roorkee, what before I had in my mind is whatever happens, I'm not going to use the instruments in the gym. So I did
Hmm.
not want it to be dependent on the instruments. So what I did was like I used to only focus on the dumbbells, like
Hmm.
whatever workout I can do with the dumbbells and without dumbbells. So, because I had a feeling that if I'm used to instruments, I always have to have an access
Hmm.
to gym.
Yeah.
So I did not want it to get attached to that. So what I started initially was from a fitness blender program. So from there they had this mixed with high intensity intervals and then
Yeah.
strength training. So I
Yeah.
alternately did those both. Continuously I started doing it and I could see huge difference in my stamina because
Hmm.
before I started with 2 kilos something like that and I could lift up to 5 and 10 kilos very easily. So it was like a because there's an adrenaline rush. So I was
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm feeling so good after doing this.
Yeah.
Even after
When you realize what your
yeah,
body is able to do, like how
that
it
is
can
very thing.
move, what it can do,
Yes.
and that is like I think for most people when they realize that okay they're able to do this. Because for me, when I was able to like do Shirsasana in yoga,
Mm-hmm.
that was the point when I realized, man, it is not like a that was not my end goal to do
Mm-hmm.
Shirsasana, but that was like a motivation that if I can do this, and I can get that balance, then I can do so much more. And I got
Yeah.
like more into yoga and exploring various aspects of it. So yeah, continue.
So that is what the you like you've mentioned a very important point. So exactly like how we, I mean, I qualified gate and I thought that, oh, I could do this before
Hmm.
qualifying. I was
Yeah.
like, I know, I'm not sure I can
Hmm.
do it. Same thing, like once I finished 1 year of proper training, I was like, no, my body could do so many such things. I want to explore more, like what
Hmm.
more I can do. So it was just an adventure that went
Yeah.
on. I mean, it's still going on.
Yeah.
That was very important. So I mean, after the strength training this thing, I then shifted. Like I tried to include various different things in that. So what I started was I started animal workout in between,
Hmm.
and then I started Ashtanga yoga in between. So
Hmm.
I tried to include those. I mean, I went on like it was completely intuitive. So if I wanted today to do, I felt good, like I wanted to do something
Exactly.
yoga.
I wanted
Yoga.
to ask you about that because
Yeah.
even I do like intuitive workout, which is basically doing what your body feels like
But
doing
yeah.
on that particular day. Because for me, I cannot like stick to a particular program and say do strength training thrice a week or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't stick to that. If I feel like lifting weights today, I'll do that. If I next day I want to do yoga, I'll do that. So do you like follow this, or you have like a particular program at least right now? Because it has
Hmm.
been say 4 years for you,
Hmm.
so people do develop some kind of routine,
Yeah.
like what they do. So what is it for you? Like what do you do?
Yeah, for me, what I do is like immediately after, I'm starting with the menstrual cycle. So immediately after menstrual cycle, what I do is we are very high on hormones. So what I
Hmm.
try to do is I definitely will do high intensity with my kettlebell because
Hmm.
that requires a huge,
Yeah.
huge strength. So I'll do maybe alternately with kettlebell initially during the first week immediately after periods. So with that, I'll do strength training alternative. So this goes on. So today, if I'm doing high intensity, obviously tomorrow, next day, my body might be tired or might not be tired. So if I'm
Hmm.
not tired, I can do it again. So I'll
Hmm.
do maybe a stair workout or something. So if not, I'll do something subtle, but still that requires strength. So I might go with strength training. But
Hmm.
obviously, as soon as we reach our periods time before starting, so we feel very tired
Hmm.
and we do
Yeah.
not have the strength. So that time, I make sure I do yoga because
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So because
It's good for your mental.
yeah,
We get it's just common that people feel irritated. Women
yeah.
feel irritated. PMS symptoms.
Mm.
Many women have like very what to say. My sister, she has like immense pain in
Mhm.
her lower part of body.
Yeah.
So I think yoga helps, as you said, that is a very good point, that you don't have to like just push yourself. You are on
Mm.
this program, so you have to do this, even though you don't have the energy and your body doesn't like feel so. You can
Yeah.
just do some light, even stretching. Like if
Mm,
not even
yeah.
just go, you can just go and stretch,
Yeah.
and that's like one thing that I even do yoga and some light workouts on my periods because I feel a lot better
Mm.
after I do it. Even though I feel that I don't have the energy, but when I do it after that, I feel so good, and it makes like those 3 or 4 days for me much, better. Uh, on that note, okay, yes. You said you do yoga just before your
Yeah.
menstrual cycle. Yeah.
And then some days, like when I'm tired from my class, like there's whole day classes and I don't
Hmm.
feel like lifting any weight or something,
Yeah.
so I'll do animal workout because it's very fun to try.
Hmm.
Animal workout, it has different animal movements in that. So it's very fun. Like today we're
Yeah.
going to do some crocodile movements. Today we're going, I mean, then we'll suddenly move to ape movements. So
Hmm.
just to make my mind light also, and it
Hmm.
works very good on your core. So it's
Yeah.
like two in one, fun and this thing. So my workouts have been completely intuitive from past 1.5 year, I can say. Like so,
Hmm.
it felt very right to do intuitively, and I could see better results after that because I'm not
Exactly.
forcing my body to do
Hmm.
something it's not accepting at that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. And I am like, for me it has been around like 2 years since I started working out, and I from the beginning I felt that I started with skipping, and I don't know if it was right or not, but I really enjoyed doing it. For me, it was like I started with just 100, jump rope, just 100 for a week, and like after a week, I developed the stamina to do say a 500, and then it went on, and that was a thrill for me. That okay, I'm able to and at one point it was like I used to do like 2,000 or 3,000 at a time, and I just started with skipping, and I did not do anything else. I don't know if it was right or wrong. I did learn my lessons along the way, but um, doing what you love and doing what you find fun for you, it is annual workout. And
Yeah.
for some people, it might be just dancing around.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I think, the concept of intuitive workout. And I have actually talked about it on my some of my Instagram posts, that I think this is what works for me best, because you see some people on YouTube or on Instagram, which is like the current source for fitness motivation,
Yeah.
that people are like lifting such huge weights and this and that, and grow your booty, and then you know
Glutes. Yeah.
so I feel that people think that fitness is that, and if they're not able to do such thing, then it's not fitness. But
Mm-hmm.
like that's what I want, because I feel that for me, I'm just a normal person who just wants to be active, because I want to move, and so many health issues occur out of a sedentary lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I feel that intuitive workout is like, you have to be active but do what you love, and you'll not feel like you're just on a fitness program or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, this is like one of the things that I struggled with a lot. I struggled with very much in the beginning of my fitness journey, was that um, the influence people have, like the people around you, how they affect your journey. Although बहुत ही मतलब ऐसा होता है कि दूसरों का effect नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, do your own thing,
Yeah.
but that's not the real case, right? It
Yeah.
does affect you, especially if it comes from people like close to you, or say
Mm.
just your circle you are currently with. So I want to ask you, like, from the beginning, or when you started, getting too much, not too much into it, but actively like
Mm.
working on these things, how did your circle or people you were around like affect that?
Hmm. So I was actually at a benefit, and I mean, in this case, because during my masters I had a very close friend, Pratika. So what she was into, not that she was into it before. So once I started going to gym, she was like, no, even I want to be active. I just need some kind of recreation after study. So what she also started joining me to the gym. So like, not that she used to come every day, but okay, so she used to come someday, and then
Mm,
she started going for tennis classes. So, but what we used to go at the same time, and tennis was outside, just outside the gym, and I used to go to gym. So I
yeah.
had a companion. Then although we think that no, this is an individual journey, it doesn't
Mm,
matter and all, but
yeah.
social, we are in a society, and
Yeah.
social communication and the establishment
Yeah.
affects a lot and is very important too. So in this case, what we both went together, instead of me being influenced by my friends who were not working out, it happened otherwise. So they
Mm,
were saying that I was able to make them, because after class, what my friends and all used to go for samosa and chai, and they're like, no, I'm very tired, I
mm,
can't move my age. So I was like, no, I'm going. I immediately change my outfit and I go to gym. They're like, how are you doing it? So
mm,
I even made few of my friends start good habits, and they still continue. And then few
yeah.
of them who were like very sedentary. So they were
Mm,
like, well, nothing can move me. So they
yeah.
also started going
Yeah.
to gym. Like they at least tried. So it
Yeah.
is not very easy. Like immediately I influence them, and I mean, because
Yeah.
they are in my companion, even my roommate, and also I'll also start doing. It doesn't happen like that. But still, they considered it because they could see the difference, like the benefits I was getting. It's not at all about the physical thing. So I even tell people, I mean, now
Exactly.
it's people who ask me, I'm like, do not at all think about like the scale, what
Yeah.
you're looking or
How
what.
you looking?
Yeah.
On that note, like currently I weigh around 62 kgs, which is overweight for my type.
Hmm.
But I feel so good that I don't feel that uh, say for me 55 to 58, or say below 60 is what I should be. But like what I've achieved at 62, the kind of like mood I'm in always after I work out or whatever, I feel so good that it doesn't matter to me that I'm 62 kg or 63. Even if it goes to 64, I don't feel that thing that I'm getting overweight or I'm gaining few kgs, because it's
Yeah.
all about how you feel. And
Yeah.
yeah, you said like as you said, even I like felt that so many people reach out to me now, even like after I started posting on Instagram, like knowing someone in your like someone if
No. Yeah.
they are doing something like this, you do get motivated.
Definitely.
Just wanted to pop in and say there's also going to be a second part of this, so stay tuned.